Know Patterson the WWE legend, gay lifestyle, WWE career and sad death. Patterson, the first gay superstar. Born Pierre Clermont on January 19, 1941, in Montreal, Canada, was a groundbreaking figure in professional wrestling, one whose legacy transcended the ring. From his revolutionary contributions to WWE's growth to his brave, unapologetic gay lifestyle in an industry often hostile to diversity, Patterson's life was a testament to breaking barriers. His name is synonymous with innovation, passion, and resilience. Behind the scenes, in the spotlight, and in his personal life, Patterson's story is as fascinating as it is inspiring. The rise of a legend, WWE career and beyond. Patterson's wrestling journey started in the late 1950s, but his path to WWE, then WWF, glory was anything but smooth. After cutting his teeth in Canada's regional wrestling circuit, Patterson moved to the United States, where he became a sensation on the West Coast. His persona was flamboyant and charismatic, blending with his technical skills to make him a fan favorite. His early success in San Francisco's Pacific Northwest Wrestling, where he became a top draw, laid the foundation for his eventual rise to global fame. By the late 1970s, Patterson's reputation was undeniable. In 1979, he made history as the first-ever WWF Intercontinental Champion, a title that became one of the most prestigious in professional wrestling. Winning the Intercontinental Championship was not just a crowning achievement for Patterson, but also a strategic decision by Vince McMahon Sr., who recognized Patterson's potential to bring international attention to the promotion. Patterson carried the belt with pride, engaging in feuds that became legendary, notably with the likes of Sergeant Slaughter in the iconic Alley Fight, considered one of the most brutal matches of its era. But while his in-ring accolades were impressive, Patterson's real genius emerged behind the curtain. He became Vince McMahon's most trusted creative mind, playing an instrumental role in booking and storytelling. He is credited with inventing the Royal Rumble match, now a staple of WWE's annual calendar. The Royal Rumble's unique concept, where wrestlers enter the ring at timed intervals, all vying for a spot in WrestleMania, captivated fans and showcased Patterson's knack for creating spectacle and drama. His ability to read the audience and craft unforgettable moments made him one of WWE's most valuable assets. As a backstage producer, Patterson's influence grew. He helped shape the careers of legends like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and The Rock, offering mentorship and sharing his vast knowledge of the business. His keen understanding of the wrestling psychology and match storytelling was unrivaled. Patterson didn't just orchestrate matches. He told stories that left fans on the edge of their seats. Even after his in-ring career ended, Patterson remained a creative force within WWE, helping shape the direction of the company through the 80s, 90s, and beyond. Breaking barriers, a gay man in a macho world. Perhaps the most courageous chapter of Patterson's life was his open homosexuality. In an industry defined by hypermasculinity, where stereotypes of male wrestlers as tough, aggressive, and often womanizing were the norm, Patterson was a true pioneer. While his sexuality was known to close colleagues in the wrestling world for years, it wasn't until 2014, on WWE's Legends House, that Patterson publicly came out. The moment was raw and emotional, as Patterson revealed that he had lived with the secret for decades. "I survived all this being gay," he said, fighting back tears. "I lived with that for 50 years. It was a watershed moment for LGBTQ+ visibility in wrestling. The courage it took for Patterson to come out at a time when societal acceptance was far from what it is today cannot be overstated. Wrestling was, and in many ways still is, a hyper-macho environment, where any divergence from the norm was met with skepticism and even ridicule. For Patterson to not only survive but thrive in this world as an openly gay man is a testament to his resilience and the respect he commanded. Patterson's long-term partner, Louis Dondero, was his pillar of support throughout his career. The couple was together for over 40 years, until Dondero's death in 1998. Their relationship remained largely private, but those who knew Patterson understood the deep bond they shared. His coming out in 2014 also allowed Patterson to fully embrace his identity and inspire others in wrestling, showing that it was possible to be both successful and true to oneself. His influence stretched beyond the wrestling community, resonating with fans and people from all walks of life. Patterson became a symbol of authenticity, a man who had lived through the struggles of being gay in a conservative industry and came out on the other side respected and celebrated. Net worth: the legacy of a wrestling icon. At the time of his death, Pat Patterson's net worth was estimated to be around $10 million. His wealth came not only from his long career in wrestling, but also from his roles behind the scenes. As a top creative advisor and booker for WWE, Patterson played an integral role in crafting the narratives and matches that would help WWE become the global juggernaut it is today. He also participated in various WrestleMania events, which brought him considerable earnings. His contribution to the Royal Rumble alone cemented his place as one of WWE's most valuable assets. In 2016, Patterson released his memoir Accepted: How the First Gay Superstar Changed WWE, a candid reflection on his life, career, and the struggles he faced as a gay man in professional wrestling. The book provided insight into his fascinating life, offering fans a glimpse into the trials and triumphs that shaped him into the man and legend he became. A sad farewell: the death of Pat Patterson. On December 2nd, 2020, Pat Patterson passed away at the age of 79 after battling cancer. His death sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. WWE, wrestlers, and fans around the globe mourned the loss of one of the most influential figures in wrestling history. Tributes poured in from across the industry, with many wrestlers, both past and present, acknowledging the enormous impact Patterson had on their careers. Vince McMahon, in a heartfelt statement, called Patterson a true member of my family, highlighting the deep personal bond the two shared. McMahon's tribute was echoed by many wrestlers who had worked with Patterson, who remembered him as not only a mentor, but also as a father figure in the often cutthroat world of professional wrestling. WWE paid homage to Patterson with a special tribute episode, featuring highlights of his greatest moments and interviews with those closest to him. The company honored him as a Hall of Famer, an innovator, and most importantly, a pioneer who paved the way for others to follow. Pat Patterson's story is one of courage, creativity, and resilience. As a gay man in professional wrestling, he broke down barriers, living his truth in an industry that was not always accepting. His contributions to WWE, both in the ring and behind the scenes, revolutionized the business. His legacy as the first ever Intercontinental Champion and the creator of the Royal Rumble is cemented in wrestling history. Though his death was heartbreaking, his life continues to inspire. Pat Patterson wasn't just a wrestler. He was a trailblazer, an innovator, and a true legend of professional wrestling.